Okay, g'day there. Okay, what we have here is the upper control arm. It's for a HZ Holden. I've already pushed the old bushes out. Pushing the old bushes out, you just need a bit of support under here, and you push straight on the bolt that goes through the middle. Now, I've already put the bottom one in. I'll explain what I've done here. Okay, you have to support this easily. This is a fairly heavy wall piece of water pipe, and try and cut it as squarely as you can, because if it's a little bit crooked, it'll want to push to one side. And and as I said, it has to be big enough to fit around the lip of the new bush. So as I said, the new bush is already in there, and the bolt is back in there. You have to put the bolt in. You can put the first bush in, but the bolt has to go in before the second bush, which is probably pretty obvious actually. Okay, now what I've done here, cut a piece of pipe and made sure that it's big enough to be loose around the bush, and I've split it down both sides and then run a clamp around it just to hold it together. If you were to just put a piece of pipe in there, you'd never get it out again, because the bolt will prevent it. And these are plates will bend if you don't support between the two. Up here, on top of this is an old piece of a bearing, an inner part of a bearing. On the top is an old style toe bolt that has a bolt going through the centre of it. So it's actually hollow through the centre, and the bolt, comes up through the centre hole. It's already, like, the bolt's already up here somewhere anyway. So you got to make sure that it's long enough so that when the bolt goes through, it's not going to hit on the top. Okay, so I think I've explained that pretty well. So let's push it. Now, this is a press that I bought quite a long time back, but you could actually make one yourself. All you really need is a decent bottle jack. This is I think this is about a 3-ton bottle jack. The bottom one is already in up to the lip, but no, there's no pressure on that at the moment anyway. But yeah, we've got about 2 mil to go, and like, there's fairly low pressure on the handle of this jack at the moment. When it seats, you'll feel the pressure increase dramatically. When it gets to that point, don't keep forcing it, because that's as far as it needs to go. Okay. Right. I'm going to release this, and because I've got a hand holding the camera, this is probably, it's going to fall out. And there we go. Bolt is in through the centre. It was already primed. I was going to prime this first, and then I thought, well, it'll knock all the paint off it anyway. It'd be good to prime the bushes anyway. It's actually going a bit crooked. Oh, it's done that. bar pushing a bit too far. Okay. I may not have. Yeah, no, the hole's deep enough. Fits around it. Okay. Anyway, it'll be alright. Okay, now with the bottom ones. This is again. These are a double piece. Bit of sunlight on it so you can see it. Okay, what you have to do is you have to cut some pieces of pipe. You have to split them. And you have to fit them between these two panels, these two pieces, because they all bend. And then you need to, put a clamp around it or something to hold them in tight. They need to go, in close to the bushes. Yeah. And you would do, when you're pushing them out, I actually made them because I was about to take them out, and then I looked at them. They're actually still in good shape. These are a neoprene bush. I don't know how long. Obviously I've replaced them at some point. I don't remember when, but they're still in good shape, so yeah, I won't bother replacing them. I've got new ones there, but given they've come from Rare Spares and they're a shelf item, there won't be any problem returning them. Now, what I was going to show you is, because you're not going to be able to get this into the centre of the base of the press. See, there's not enough room here. So what you would need to do, I've got the pieces here. As I said, I've got them out. I'm just going to weld them, but I've decided not to take them out anyway, so, as I just explained. So yeah, you get this. This is actually a little bit too wide. I'd either have to find one a tiny bit smaller, or run some of the edge off, run it in a bit smaller enough so that the outer will push through this hole in the plate. You would then get a nut in the centre. You start with, like this is a pretty thick washer. This is a good 3mm thick. This is off the top of a shocky or something. You weld a nut in the centre, and the nut big enough for riding. This is obviously not long enough, because you'd have to go through one and down to the other. So I'd need a rod that's much longer than what I've got here anyway. But you weld the nut onto the washer so that the rod can fit inside the nut, so it's not going to slip off. And you push one out, and I would think it would probably be a good idea to push it most of the way and then leave it, because that other bush will then keep your rod centre when you do the other side, and then you can just tap it the rest of the way with hammer. Now, when you're fitting the new ones, it'll be the same thing, except that you would need to have another set of these. You need to clamp down and then have another piece between them again, because wherever you're putting pressure, if it's not supported, supported to there, supported to there, supported to there, you will bend it, guaranteed. So bit of mucking around, and that's how you need to do it. Alright, I hope this is helpful. Okay, thanks for watching.